Welcome to Take a Bite Podcast, Stories for Hungry Kids. My name is Miss Janine, and I'm going to tell you a story today to help you eat. Sounds easy, right? It is, but most importantly, it's fun. So, grab some breakfast, lunch, or dinner, a family member or friend, and your listening ears. Oh, there's one rule. Every time I stop my story and say, take a bite, you take a good bite of your yummy food. And if you finish that bite before I stop again, don't wait for me. Keep on munching. Okay, enjoy your meal, enjoy the story, and let's go! Take a Bite podcast stories are written for children 3 years of age and up. Adult supervision is always required while kids are eating and listening. Always remind your child to finish chewing before taking another bite to prevent choking. Please see our website, takeabitestories.com, for more information. By listening to this podcast, you agree to all terms and conditions set forth within. Big day for broccoli. Mr. Broccoli stretched his green arms to the sun as he took a deep breath. It was a fresh and warm day in the royal garden. Mr. Broccoli hopped over to all of his friends and said hello.
Good morning, Riley Radish. Good morning, Kylie Cauliflower. Hello, Johnny Tomato, and good morning, Your Honor, Queen Carrots.
Take a bite. Mr. Broccoli was shocked to see the Queen in front of him this early in the morning. She didn't usually leave her cozy throne in the dirt, especially not when the sun was up. The Queen must need something, Mr. Broccoli thought. He was right. The Queen spoke. Mr. Broccoli, I need you to go on a mission today. The princess is missing. I need you to search the royal garden and farm to find her today. Please? Mr. Broccoli felt much better now that the Queen said please, so he agreed to help. Queen Carrot smiled, buried herself back underground, and only her green leaves of her hair and her crown stuck up out of the dirt. She felt so relieved that someone would find her daughter. Mr. Broccoli grabbed his roots and set off. He could see far into the distance of this royal farm, with the castle near the ocean. If he listened hard enough, he could hear the waves on the shore. Take a little bite. He began to hear something unnerving, which means it made him nervous. Seagulls circling overhead. Mr. Broccoli froze and made himself look like a little tree. This was his way to disguise himself so the animals of the farm would not eat him. It worked every day and was how Mr. Broccoli had grown so big. The gulls saw nothing tasty down on the farm, so they flew back off to the ocean. Mr. Broccoli shook himself off and continued to search for the missing princess. Take a bite. He passed rows and rows of his friends, the cauliflower. Their white heads smiled up at the sun as they enjoyed the day. No sign of an orange carrot princess here. But there were signs of something else. Tiny, two-toed footprints in the mud. Pigs! And pigs love broccoli. Take a bite. There they were, the farm's famous family of pigs, rooting around in the dirt. But luckily, all they were eating was little plants, and they were all around the cauliflower. They were munching like crazy and didn't even notice Mr. Broccoli standing there as still as a tree. Soon they moved on back to their pen. Take a bite. Now Mr. Broccoli decided it was time to run. He wanted to find that princess. Mr. Broccoli loved to run, but he truly enjoyed running with his headphones on. So on they went. Play was pressed, and Mr. Broccoli bounded down to the radish rows. Radishes are red with green leaves, and they can be quite bitter. Mr. Broccoli knew to just leave the radishes to rest. So he just kept jogging down the rows looking for an orange carrot with a crown on top. Over his music, Mr. Broccoli heard something worrisome, which means it made him worry. Take a bite. Goats were coming through in search of snacks and hay. Mr. Broccoli turned off his tunes and froze again. And just like that, those traveling goats moved on. Phew. Mr. Broccoli decided to leave his music off this time so he could hear anyone else that might come along. Sure enough, right in front of him, between the tall stalks of corn, stood a herd of cows. Take a bite. What were they doing in the garden? They were huge with black and white spots, and sometimes they did something weird at this farm. They ate broccoli. That's what they were up to. Mr. Broccoli took no chances. He jumped up as high as he could and dove head first into the soil. Then he was still for a long time. The cows had moved on. Take a bite. Mr. Broccoli opened his eyes. Remember, broccoli can open their eyes under soil. They're a veggie that grow in soil. First, he saw brown dirt. But then he saw something a little deeper in the dirt than him. It was long, thin, orange, and wearing a shiny jeweled crown. Who do you think it was? Yes, it's Princess Carrots.
Oh, hello, Mr. Broccoli. Proud to meet you here. I was just taking a nap in this part of the garden. It gets the best sun. What are you doing upside down in the dirt like that?
She asked. Take a bite.
Princess Carrots, I was looking for you. Well, I was also hiding from cows, but mostly looking for you. Your mom, the queen, said you were missing.
Mr. Broccoli replied.
Oh, that, Mother. I'm not missing. I left her a note. Wait, did you hear that?
Mr. Broccoli and Princess Carrots listened. Take a bite. Oh, it must be 12 noon. Farmer James coming to pick the daily vegetables. Mr. Broccoli and Princess Carrots were excited as Farmer James gently grabbed their leaves and roots and pulled them up from under the soil. He placed them in his brown basket right beside the other picks of the day. Guess who was there? Queen Carrots in her shiny crown. Princess, Mr. Broccoli, you're here, you're safe. We're all going to a grand salad celebration today. We've been picked, she cheered. Take a bite. Being picked from the royal garden was the highest honor a vegetable could have. And to go to a royal salad celebration, that meant it was time to get dressed. Ball gowns, ranch dressing, fancy toppings, French dressing. Mr. Broccoli and his friends, Queen and Princess Carrots, were elated. That means super happy. That they found each other and that they were picked for a special sunny day salad. They were ripe, royal, and ready to have some fun. Take a big bite. The end. Well, are you full? Did you finish your meal? Good job. If you didn't, keep eating. Mom or Dad can head to our website, takeabitestories.com, for some discussion questions. You can see what you remember about the story, how it made you feel, and what you liked about it. If you're all done for now, thanks for listening. I hope this story made you hungry for more. Bye-bye.